Hey guys, Alex here with my Ring of Honor 10th anniversary show review. The IPPV just got off the air about an hour or two ago. Gotta say, it was a pretty good show for Ring of Honor. May not be what people consider great for a 10th anniversary show pay-per-view, but I think it had enough solid stuff in it to make it worth your while. I will let you know that I did not see the first two matches on the card because I was working and I didn't get home till like right at the very end of the Homicide Bennett match. So I saw the roll up there and saw that ending. So I didn't get those. So I'll have to rewatch it at when the show or maybe goes on demand or whatever, and I can rewatch it. And I'll put the star ratings and little notes there, what I think. But what I heard about with the first two matches were they're just okay, nothing special really. So I guess the first thing I saw was the Eddie Kingston Kevin Steen promo, which really was a great way to start for the show for me because I'm going to do the Chikara and Ring of Honor shows in Chicago at the end of April, so really makes me excited for the show, and like the fact that they're building up this whole process of working with Chikara, and they said they're going to work with other companies, so maybe we'll see PWG or Japan working with Ring of Honor in the future, which is nice because that's one thing people have been asking for a while. So really nice. Really setting up a nice little feud between those two, which I definitely think they're going to face at Chicago, which, big ups for me because I'm going to get to see that live. Can't wait. So, really cool way to build up that show. Next match was The Amazing Red and TJ Perkins versus the House of Truth, Mike Elgin and Roderick Strong. This was Amazing Red's return match to Ring of Honor, and really good match here. Really good fast-paced action. Everyone worked really well together. Red and TJ make a great team. Love to see those guys team up in the future in Ring of Honor. I think they'd make a nice duo of speed and agility and everything. And I like the contrast of style between Roderick, Strong, and Elgin versus the quick styles of TJ Perkins and Amazing Red. Really fun here. A lot of good stuff. I give it 3 1/4. So good way to pick the show up, I guess, after the kind of dull opening, as I heard. But then we had a match that kind of ground that to a halt, which was the ROH World TV title match, Jay Lethal versus Tommaso Ciampa. This was a 15-minute match, as with all the television title matches are, and the problem was, for whatever reason, it seemed like Ciampa and Lethal just kind of, were kind of pacing very slowly, very, dull at the beginning, And I hate to say that about a Jay Lethal match because I like Lethal. And it felt like the time ran out really fast. It didn't seem like they did anything in the match. The ending was kind of nice. The ending picked up great. One part where Ciampa hit an air raid crash, which is like Finley's Celtic Cross move on the apron. And I thought they're going to do a count out. And it's like they get back in the ring and slug it out, and the crowd was going pretty crazy for that. And then time ran out. It's like, so Lethal asked for 5 more minutes. Ciampa attacked him and ran off with a belt. So kind of foolish, I think, to have an pay-per-view match basically be used as a way to build up for a match down the road. So I didn't like that very much. Probably going to have them face again at the Showdown in the Sun, the WrestleMania shows, but I didn't like that very much. I thought it was kind of a mistake to do that, especially on the 10th anniversary show. I give it 2 stars. The ending helped a lot. Then they had the intermission, and they had a nice little highlight package of cool, great moments from Ring of Honor's history, which was really nice. Saw some cool moments there. Then we had the ROH World Tag Team Title match, the Briscoes versus the Young Bucks. Really solid back and forth action between these two. No one was really kind of dominating the whole match, so that kept it kind of fresh and kind of interesting. Two work really well together. They've had matches in the past and worked well together. Really short though. They got, I think, 13 minutes or whatever, and it did seem to lack it did seem to suffer from the lack of time because they didn't really get to do much, but what was there was good. So I'd like to see these two teams work again soon and have a longer match, I think. But it was good. It definitely made the Bucks look like a legitimate threat to the titles. I give it 3 1/2. And then we had Kevin Steen and Jimmy Jacobs in a no DQ match, which this match was kind of one match that everyone was looking forward to. Really thought it was going to be the match of the night. And they did a nice little storyline with Steve Corino coming out and saying, "Oh, Kevin, this is not going to happen. We're not going to, get drawn into a match with you anymore." Jimmy then, from behind, attacked Steen, pulled off his jacket and like was wearing the old white jacket he wore that was stained with blood from when the Age of the Fall debuted, and really showing some of the old Jimmy Jacobs, coming out here and just really doing a good brawl match. This was really good. They went all over. Kevin Steen, like one spot where what did he do? It was Jimmy Jacobs, like Kevin Steen was on the railing and Jimmy threw him on the steel ramp. Really looked like it hurt. They used the steel railings, they used chairs. Jimmy Jacobs even broke out the railroad spike. And the ending was really cool. I liked the ending a lot because Jimmy Jacobs used the railroad spike, Kevin Steen got busted open, and Jimmy Jacobs just kind of like froze and just kind of like realized like, oh my god, I'm becoming this evil person again. And dropped the railroad spike and just let Kevin Steen finish him off with an F5 on the chair, which really hurt. And, so I like that they, teased that Jimmy Jacobs was going to go back to the evil guy he was, and then he reverted back. So I like that. I thought that was really good story-wise. And I think that really kind of helped make the match that much more better, just because it had a nice little story to it. So this was a great match. I give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. And it was short, but, it told a great story in the time it was allowed, so I gave it 4 stars. Then we had the main event, which everyone was kind of hating on because it wasn't a world title match, which I could agree. But this match proved to be, I'd say, beyond most people's expectations. Dave Richards, Kyle O'Reilly versus Eddie Edwards and Adam Cole. This match was awesome. This, I think, really helped get Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. Well, mainly Davey Richards, I think. Eddie Edwards was always kind of popular with the fans. Davey had suffered a little bit for missing so many shows and kind of doing this whole MMA gimmick. But I think that these guys really brought back some fans to their side with this match. It was a great technical wrestling match. Davey and Adam worked really well together. Eddie and Kyle worked really well together. Kyle and Adam worked well together. Davey and Eddie worked well together. Everyone worked so well with the other. I'd love to see a 4-way match between the 4 of these guys for the world title down the road. I think that'd be a great match. And, really everyone worked well. Everyone was paced really great. Some people would say that, Kyle and Adam kind of look like the whipping boys a lot of the match, but it's like, well, they're the rookies. They're not going to be able to, get the best of Davey and Eddie the whole match. Once in a while they got a few spots here. Adam did mess up a move, like where him and Eddie tried the Wolves finisher, the powerbomb lung blower, and it didn't look that bad, but it was kind of noticeable botch. But it wasn't the ending, so it didn't really hurt at all. And the ending was shocking. Adam Cole pinned Davey Richards, and I was just stunned there for a second. I'm like, wait, what? Adam Cole won, and he pinned Davey Richards, and I was shocked. And so, like, right there, Adam Cole just became a big star in Ring of Honor. With one match, Ring of Honor made Adam Cole a star, and really, that's a good thing. They did a very good job of booking the match then. So I give them credit for that. And the whole match, like, Kyle O'Reilly was kind of booed as compared to everyone else. Like, Davey got a little bit of heat, but most people were cheering for him. Eddie and Adam got a lot of cheers, but Kyle got a lot of heat, I think. And after the match, basically did like a double turn. Like, Davey acknowledged, like, Kyle or Adam, I respect you. Eddie, of course I respect you. And Kyle got on the mic, like, oh, well, I don't respect either one of you. And then Steen interrupted and did a nice little promo talking about how Jim Cornette's afraid of him and how he's going to face Dave Richards. Basically kind of what they did at the end of Final Battle 2011. Which, it sends the fans home happy. They get to see Ken Steen cut a promo on Dave Richards, and he did a nice little mocking of The Rock. He just called Dave Richards a jiu-jitsu jack-off, and he's like, oh, jiu-jitsu jack-off trending on Twitter, and, everyone kind of laughed at his mockery of The Rock. But I really like this main event. I thought it did a great job of building up 2 young stars, and at the same time, making Dave Richards and Eddie Edwards interesting again after a very dull and overrated, or I guess it would just be kind of boring main event that was Final Battle 2011. So really helped Dave Richards and Edwards get back on pace to be good, and really showed how they can be good technical wrestlers and not just throwing out moves over and over again and being boring. So great job. I give this match 4.5 stars. I loved it. I love the booking. I love the double turn at the end, kind of. So I thought this was great. All in all, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. If the undercard had been good, I think it would have been better. But the first 2 matches were boring, as I've heard. I haven't checked them out myself, so I won't judge them too badly. But the television title match was really boring, and the World Tag Team title match didn't get enough time. I thought if those 2 matches had delivered, this fight would have been better. But still, a good show, worth the $10 it is on iPay-per-view. GoFightLive.com. Go check it out. Comment, like, subscribe, all that other stuff. Tell me what you guys thought. All right, take care. Bye.